Coming up next on UCF Sports Night, it's college golf's biggest fall tournament, and it's right here in Orlando. We've got a look at the Isleworth-UCF Collegiate Invitational. And it's homecoming. We've got a preview of a busy week of events on campus, plus the plays of the week and much more right now on UCF Sports Night.
UCF Sports Night is brought to you by UCF TV. Today's show is also presented in part by Budweiser, the perfect balance of flavor and refreshment. Open up a world of taste. By the energy-saving conservation programs of TEGO People's Gas. And by CENTEX Homes, proud to support UCF Athletics.
Hello and welcome to UCF Sports Night. I'm Jeff Sharon. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a huge show with a lot of huge events for you this week. And the first of those huge events was out in Windermere at Isleworth Golf and Country Club, where the UCF golf team hosted one of the biggest tournaments in all of college golf. Let's take a look at the highlights. Rough conditions at beautiful Isleworth for the final round of the Isleworth-UCF Collegiate Invitational. UCF came into Tuesday, the final day, needing to put up some low numbers, and they did. They tied the champions from Georgia for the low round of the day, going 8 over in very windy conditions on a very tough golf course. UCF finished tied for 11th overall. Greg Forrest was the top Knight. He tied for 28th in a field full of national title contenders. He spoke about his team's strong finish after the tournament.
I just kind of hung in there. I mean, I knew it was tough out there, and I knew, like, as a team, we had to really, our team goal was to shoot the best round of the day, and I think we did that. But
the volleyball team was back in town for a tough homestand, starting with conference challenger Tulane, and it was Halloween at the venue with the fans dressed for the occasion. The Knights went down in the first set, but came back strong in the second, led by Janine Williams, who dropped a team-high 10 kills on the green wave. Stephanie Cerna also tabbed 9 kills of her own, and Erin Campbell chipped in with 7. However, UCF could not hold off a late run by Tulane in the second and went down to defeat in 3 sets. So UCF came back on Saturday night against the Miners of UTEP, and on the verge of going down 2-0, the Knights ripped off 5 of the last 6 points to tie the match at the break. Things went to a 5th set when Jenny Heppert and Erin Campbell took over, leading UCF to its 6th conference win this season. Heppert put up 13 kills and 6 blocks, and Lauren Williams stopped another 6 minor shots as the Knights jumped to 14 and 13 on the year as they try to position themselves to make a run in the conference tournament.
Definitely weren't taking it for granted when they came in. We knew it was going to be a battle, especially since we haven't been playing our sharpest over the past few weeks, but we knew we wanted it. We set a goal at the beginning of the weekend, and we really wanted to reach it, and I think we kind of focused just every ounce of our being on getting that goal, and we weren't going to let it go any other way.
On the road this week, the women's soccer team wrapped up its 2008 regular season with a 4-1 win at Southern Miss. Daniela Dos Santos, Yvonne George, Courtney Wooden, and Andrea Rodriguez all tallied goals. The Knights will face the hosts, Rice, in the first round of the Conference USA Tournament in Houston this week. Meanwhile, back at home, it was senior night at the soccer complex on Saturday. Knights fans bid farewell to Ryan Rochendell, Brian Collier, and Chris Anduar for the final time as the men's soccer team wrapped up the 2008 home season. It was another hard-fought game against former conference and in-state rival Florida Atlantic, but unfortunately, a late owl goal spoiled the evening for Knights fans as FAU stole the victory 1-0. However, the Knights have one last game left in the regular season at South Carolina this week.
Yeah, it's a shame. We just told the players that we worked all week on getting to goal and getting in front of goal in our attacking play, and we did that, but what was missing here was the final piece of the puzzle and just someone putting the ball in the back of the nets.
The cross-country team was up in Memphis for the Conference USA Championships. It was a tough field for UCF as they finished in 8th place in the team standings. SMU beat out Rice by 43 seconds to take the title. In the individual standings, once again, it was Chantel Blackburn who led the way for the Knights, coming in 26th place overall. Erica Whites had UCF's second best time, followed by Ocean Cohen, Allison Palmer, and Katrina Skinner. UCF now gets ready for the NCAA South Regionals in Knoxville, Tennessee on November 15th. Women's tennis was in Athens, Georgia for the ITA Southern Regionals. And how about the doubles team of Jenny Frizzell and Issa Olinger reaching the semifinals in that event? The Knights have one more event to go this fall season. Their male counterparts were on campus this weekend for the UCF Invitational. A great start for UCF on day one as they blitzed the 18th ranked Tigers of LSU. The Knights picked up victories in 3 doubles matches and 5 singles matches over the Bayou Bengals. UCF also picked up another 5 victories over Georgia State on day 2. Rain washed away day 3 at the UCF Tennis Complex, but all in all, it was a solid weekend of tennis for the Knights in their final event of the fall. And finally, the football team again put up a valiant effort against East Carolina in a Sunday night tilt. Sophomore wideout Jamar Newsom had the highlight of the night with a 54-yard touchdown catch from Michael Greco. The game went into overtime, but the Knights fell to defeat 13-10 at Bright House Network Stadium. All right, don't go away. Stick around. Coming up next, we head back to Isleworth and show you how big of a week it was for the golfers who got to walk in the steps of greatness. Stick around. UCF Sports Night is back in a moment. Fans, season tickets for men's and women's basketball are on sale now. To order, call 407-823-1000 or order online at ucfathletics.com. UCF Sports Night is back in a moment. Welcome back to UCF Sports Night. It is the biggest college golf tournament of the fall season, and it's played right in the backyards of some of the best golfers in the world, quite literally. The Isleworth-UCF Collegiate Invitational just finished its 5th go-round. UCF, of course, hosted and participated. It is a huge golf tournament, and if you don't believe it, all you got to do is just ask the players. That's exactly what we did in our Sports Night Spotlight.
Well, the Isleworth Collegiate Invitational is very important to us. It's a great tournament, and we look forward to it every single year.
You have the likes of Tiger Woods, Mark O'Meara, all these great professionals that are a part of it and that live there. And to be able to come out and play on their home golf course and play against probably the toughest field in the country when it comes to college golf is it's a great testament to how great our tournament is.
It's just the feel of it. It's on a great golf course. It's run perfectly, I think, and it's obviously one of the top events of the year.
You could compare it to the first major of the year.
You get such a good field. The tradition of just the people on the golf course, the people that live out there.
All the decorations and all the kind of aura that's out there. It definitely feels like a major out there.
You get treated amazing. One of my buddies came out and he goes, "It's just unbelievable. You guys are treated like tour pros," and it's a great treat for all of us. That's for sure.
The course is very, very tough to play. Isleworth Country Club has always been like that, but that's kind of what a major championship is going to be like. So it's a good prep. It's a good test.
So far, there's been a lot of new additions to the team, and we're just kind of getting to know each other. Yeah, it hasn't been as we expected.
I don't think that we've played to our abilities yet. I think the final round at Isleworth kind of showed, that what we have and what we can do. For us to be able to come out and play a great round against, the top teams in the country and I think we tied for the low round of the day, which is great. It shows that mentally we can get ourselves back from a bad day and come out and play really well.
I think we just really will learn from that, and obviously that will benefit you when you play slightly easier golf courses. It's kind of like a comparison. So I think we really did learn from the whole experience.
I think that every team could probably get better after that because of the difficulty of it. But our team in general, I'm sure, is going to take away and say, hey, we just played one of the toughest golf courses in the state of Florida, maybe even in the country, and we played against the best teams. And on the final round, we came back and showed that we can play just as well as anybody. Going away from that, I'm sure anything we face in the future, will be a little bit easier, I'm sure.
All right, and joining us now, the head men's golf coach at UCF, Nick Kleinert. Coach, good to see you. Thank you for taking some time for us.
Absolutely, thank you.
Tell us about the Isleworth tournament. What makes it such a special tournament in college golf?
Well, it is the #1 tournament in college golf. It's Tavistock Group and UCF partnered together, and it's the aura of Isleworth Country Club and the golf course and the teams and the food and the way the tournament's ran. I mean, you have tee signs on every hole to the gifting experiences, etc.
The team finished pretty well in this tournament considering the circumstances. You know, the middle round was pretty tough, but the third round on Tuesday, you guys really rallied against some, not just a tough course, but some tough conditions. Tell us your assessment of how the team finished.
Well, we finished tied for 11th out of 18 teams, and we tied the #1 team in the country, and we beat some teams that are ranked in the top 15 in LSU and Texas, and we played very good the last day. We had low round of the day with Georgia, and there was only 2 teams that break 300, so and the conditions were very, very difficult. Second day was very poor. I mean, we didn't perform. Our attitudes weren't the greatest, but they challenged themselves that night, and they came out and climbed the leaderboard.
Now that we're coming towards the end of the fall, give us your assessment of the team in general. It's been sort of an up and down fall, hasn't it been?
It has. It's been really up and down. We've got 3 guys in the lineup that have played consistently that are basically, I mean, even counting Simon Moore, they're basically freshmen because they haven't played college golf before. You know, so it's been kind of a transition for them, but we've played the 6th ranked schedule in the country. Right now, that's before Isleworth, so it's probably even the top 5 now. So it's been our IPI has been probably maybe a little bit too difficult.
Who's been a real surprise for you this fall?
I'd say Brad Schneider a little bit, coming in and off an injury, off a year off of playing golf and redshirting, and be able to come in and play at every tournament in the fall. I think that's surprising.
Last question for you. How does the spring season shape up for you guys from here?
Well, I think we've learned a lot this fall, and our spring schedule coming into February, we should be ready to go with the weather that we have in Orlando. And I look forward to some wins in the spring and get ready for conference and regionals.
All right, and you guys certainly have a lot of things to look forward to, especially coming off that strong finish at Isleworth, like you said, coming in tied for 11th against a very, very tough field on a very, very tough course in tough conditions, too. Head coach Nick Kleinert, UCF men's golf team, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Stick around. Coming up next here on UCF Sports Night, Homecoming Week is coming down the pike, and we've got a look ahead at some of the events taking place on campus. Stick around. UCF Sports Night is back in a moment.
Fans, here's a look at upcoming night's action this week. Brought to you by UCFathletics.com, the official site for UCF varsity sports. UCF Sports Night returns in a moment.
Welcome back to UCF Sports Night. It is homecoming week here at UCF, and joining me now to take a look at what's going on this week is Ashley Vance, the student homecoming director. Ashley, thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
Tell me, what is the theme of homecoming this year?
This year it is a knight's quest. It's our journey. It's kind of, we wanted to get away from the whole theme image and go back to UCF spirit, because that's what homecoming is about. So we tried to make it a medieval times for the organizations, but then also have all the promos be black and gold with UCF spirit.
Homecoming has become such a huge event here at UCF over the years, especially in the last few years. Give us a rundown of some of the things you have going on for the rest of this week.
Well, tonight, Tuesday night, at 7:30, we had the comedy night with John Panette, Lavelle Crawford, and Kyle Cease. Directly following that, at 10 p.m., we have the SGA election viewing party, where we have a bunch of red, white, and blue giveaways. And then we are going to be watching news channels, finding out who our next president is. Wednesday night, for the organizations, we have skit night, which is probably our most competitive event. People practice for 3 months going on for an 8-minute skit. And that starts at 7:30. And this year we had the SAC Comedy Club actually hosting it. So it'll be a little improv comedy show. So it'll be more than just the skits. Thursday night, we have the rock band concert at 7:30. with Panic at the Disco and Dashboard Confessional. And then Friday we have our biggest and longest tradition, Spirit Splash at noon at the Reflecting Pond with our whole pep rally and a special concert. And then Saturday we have the parade and Festival of Nights tailgating event.
Not to mention the game too.
Yeah.
Now, how much work have you and your staff been putting into putting all this stuff together?
Well, the advisor and I have been working since probably about March, getting it together, and then our exec board, which is 12 students from the years like sophomore year to senior year, have been working on it with their different events and different responsibilities.
Now, there are also some events for alumni as well too, right?
Yes. We open up movie night and Spirit Splash to the alumni because they love those events. We also are allowing them to come to comedy night and concert if they want to purchase tickets through Ticketmaster. And then the parade is for all family, alumni, Orlando community, and whatnot.
The last question for you. Saturday, we know, is a huge homecoming event with not just the parade and the football game, but there's also some other athletic events taking place too.
At 11 o'clock, we have the women's basketball game. And then that night at 7 p.m., Athletics is putting on a men's basketball scrimmage where they're opening up to the public. You can go in, get some freebies, and just hang out in the air conditioning while the parking lot, by the parking on campus disperses. So.
Nice. It should be fun in post-game madness too. We get to see the inter-squad game,
Yes.
and also fans get to pick out their seats too, from what I understand. So that's a lot of fun. Ashley Vance, the student homecoming director here at UCF, joining us here on UCF Sports Night. Thank you so much for your time and giving us the rundown of the busy week.
Yes, thank you.
All right, we'll see you again. Stick around. Coming up next here on UCF Sports Night, we wrap things up with our plays of the week, and we also have a look at some more of the week ahead. Stick around. UCF Sports Night's back in a moment. Fans, after the homecoming football game on Saturday, come to UCF Arena for post-game madness. It's your first chance to see the UCF men's basketball team as they take part in an intra-squad scrimmage. There will also be prizes and giveaways, and afterwards, both basketball teams will stick around to sign autographs. You can also choose your season ticket location. UCF Sports Night is back in a moment.
This is my UCF.
Welcome back to UCF Sports Night. Time now for us to check in with a little news and notes from this past week in UCF athletics.
In women's soccer news, freshman keeper Aline Reyes was named Conference USA Defensive Player of the Week for a third time this season. Last week, she picked up another pair of shutouts against SMU and Tulsa, raising her total to 6 on the year. The UCF softball team has released its 2009 schedule. The Knights have 31 games at the softball complex this season, but they start in a tournament at defending national champion Arizona State against some of the top teams from out west. They then come home for 19 of their next 20 games before they start conference play. UCF is coming off a program-best 49 wins and its first Conference USA title under head coach Renee Lours-Gillespie. And senior guard Jermaine Taylor was named to the preseason All-Conference USA first team. Taylor is coming off averaging more than 21 points a game in his junior season, setting a new school Division I record with 646 total points. Don't forget to catch Jermaine and his teammates at Post-Game Madness following the football game on Saturday at UCF Arena. All right, it's the time you've been waiting for, our Sports Night plays of the week. Play number 3, men's soccer against FAU. Sean Johnson, awesome in goal again. Watch on the long shot here as he skies for the save and hits the deck. And has he been great this season or what? Sean Johnson coming up big once again. But play number 2 belongs to volleyball. Kathleen Curry against UTEP. Watch her with the ace on the serve. That was huge as it helped vault the Knights to an insurmountable lead over the Miners in the 5th set as the Knights claimed a huge home victory with just a few matches to go before the Conference USA tournament. Play number 1, though, from football. Michael Greco finds Jamar Newsom, and Jamar does the rest as he beats the East Carolina defense to the end zone. A 54-yard touchdown pass
That put the Knights up 10-0. It was Newsom's third career catch and first ever touchdown. So congratulations to Jamar Newsom. And those are your Sports Night Plays of the Week. It is a busy week ahead as we march headlong into homecoming week at UCF. However, the women's soccer team is on the road in Houston at the Conference USA Championships. They play their first round game on Wednesday with the semifinals on Friday and the final on Sunday. Winner gets an automatic berth to the NCAA tournament. The men's soccer team finishes its regular season at South Carolina in Columbia at 7 p.m. on Friday. Volleyball is also on the road this week. They are at Marshall on Friday and then head to East Carolina for a match on Sunday. Women's tennis is also down in South Florida for the Miami tournament hosted by the Hurricanes. That goes Friday through Sunday. Meanwhile, back at home, it's a huge sports Saturday on campus for homecoming. First, at the UCF Arena, the women's basketball team takes the floor for the first time in an exhibition against DT3 at 11 a.m. Then the football team meets Southern Miss. Kickoff is at 3:30 p.m. at Bright House Network Stadium, and you can listen to the game on AM 740 WQTM. Then following the game, hop back over to the arena for post-game madness as the men's basketball team plays an intra-squad game. It's their first public appearance of the season. There will also be autographs with both teams, plenty of giveaways, and you can also choose your season ticket location. Sunday at noon, join Pat Clark on West 2 for UCF Sports Today with head football coach George O'Leary as they revisit Saturday's game with the Golden Eagles. You can also check the show out on Sun Sports Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. and all week on UCF TV. And on Monday, you can listen to Coach during the George O'Leary Call-In Show, live from Buffalo Wild Wings in Waterford Lakes at 7 p.m. on AM 540 WFLA. And as always, for all the latest news and scores from all UCF sports, check us out on the web at UCFathletics.com, your home for UCF varsity sports 24/7. And of course, as always, you can check out this episode and all of our archived episodes of UCF Sports Night anytime you want. All you have to do is go to www.ucf.tv and click on UCF Sports Night. That is all for us this week here at UCF Sports Night. For all of us here at UCF Athletics, I'm Jeff Sharon saying thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at homecoming.
Hey, this is LT from 101.1 WJRR. You're listening to the best sounds of area music. UCF Athletics, Access Magazine, and WJRR are proud to support local artists. You can find more great artists by going online at www.wjrr.com and also accessmag.com. And by listening to Native Noise each and every Sunday at 11 o'clock.
UCF Sports Night has been brought to you by UCF TV. Today's show is also presented in part by Bright House Networks. See how bright life can be. By Holler Classic, the official automotive group of the UCF Knights. And by Coca-Cola. Welcome to the Coke side of life.